what's the outlook, the expectation? What are you hoping to see from your guys this weekend?
Continue to play good baseball and win games. I mean, simple as that. But I want to, definitely want to pitch better than we have, and I think we will. So continue up what we've done offensively. Not necessarily, I think we've had some pretty large run production games over the course of the last few, but it's just about continuing to have good at-bats and good discipline in the batter's box.
First time to have a series start on Thursday, so how have you guys adjusted the practice schedule? What does the short week look like for you?
It's Thursday's normal practice is today, and Wednesdays doesn't exist. Wednesday is usually a lighter day, more of cage-driven, live at-bats. That's just something we won't do this day. So what we do on Thursday and all the other weeks we'll do on Wednesday today.
And then Vanderbilt kind of got off to a slow start beginning of the season. Now it's starting to pick up momentum. What challenges do you anticipate this weekend? How are you preparing the team?
They're a really, really good team, program, extremely well coached. They just swept last weekend against their in-state rival. So slow or not, in this league, every team can beat you at any time. And I think it's going to be our toughest matchup of the year so far.
I know early in the season or before the season you said Jordan is a guy who has a lot of raw talent and just kind of needs to, maybe doesn't know what he doesn't know. What's changed? How has he evolved to get the time he's gotten lately?
I think he's just continued to get better and continued to practice really hard and practice the right way and do things the right way. And we've had to get him in there because whenever you feel like you got someone that has that much potential, you got to get him in there, and the only way he's going to get truly better, though, is playing in games. So I think we've put him in the right games, and he's earned his spot to get out there to do more. So I think it's a credit to him and his work ethic and his attitude since he's been here day one. He's been incredible to work with, and the success he's having is, I'm not surprised by it just because of the work, the talent level and the work that he's put in to get to this point.
You mentioned you want to see your pitchers continue to improve. Just what have the conversations been like between you, JK, and just the staff as a whole, the players, pitching staff, in hopes of just trying to take steps forward?
I think the biggest thing, we got to continue to throw strikes, but we got to be able to put people away when it's time to put them away. Limit the big inning. If you look at Shane, it's the big inning. Weston a little less consistent than Shane, but all of them meaning those two, have shown Shane more so signs of what we need. It's you got to put it together, right? You can't. It's Georgia for Shane, it was 2 pitches. Well, in this league, you can't afford 2 pitches. Missouri was an inning, so it's you got to finish every pitch, every batter. You got to continue to play the whole game. So Shane is right there, and I think Weston. Maybe it didn't look great on Saturday. We felt from a stuff standpoint, he was in a better spot. I just feel like with those two, we need them, and we need them to be good. And I know they're good, and I think if we can continue to throw strikes but also put guys away when we needed to put them away, like Shane did against Georgia, outside of those 2 swings, I think they're as good as it gets.
When it comes to your bullpen, just kind of toward the midway part of the season, just how do you feel like it's really started to come together, and just what you like and what you want to continue to see from that group as a whole? Yeah,
they've done a good job. I mean, they've done a really good job, and I want them to continue. We brought in Juan the other day against Missouri, and he got a punch out. That's what we're bringing him in to do that, right? I mean, with his stuff and how he throws, he's got to be able to do that. And Darden was better on Sunday. And Fresh has been really good this year, and just evolving some other guys like Grant Cunningham. He's done a great job. That's why we keep throwing him back out there, because we need him. And Cooper Powell showed a little flash last night. It was good. He's had 2 good outings this year, and Hunter threw a good inning. So we're going to need those guys too to sprinkle them in the right way. But yeah, our bullpen has been pretty solid. If you look at the run production from when they come into the game to the end.
How have you seen just the bullpen necessarily evolve too, especially after losing McCoy prior to the season, and then obviously losing Josh a few weeks in?
Yeah, it's just changed. I mean, Grant has been a huge help to that, right? Those guys are really good. They're tough to replace, but you gotta another guy has to step up, and someone who was going to be in that mix has to do just a little more, and we need them to continue to fill up the strike zone and put guys away. We need to put them away. You gotta miss some bats. Balls in play can get you, whether they're hit hard or not hit hard.
Is there any player that you might see that might get a little underlooked, but could make an impact in this series?
Yeah, I think Bear gets pretty underlooked for what he does behind the plate and his ability to get on base. And he's done a really good job halfway through the year, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of our guys garner a lot of attention, and deservingly so. But if I could think of one, it would be him. And then, I think Blake Bendrup's done a really good job too.
One more with the bullpen. There's a report that MJ's left the team. I'm just curious if you could confirm whether or not that's true or not.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Anything else? That's all we got. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.